Hello, and welcome to another episode of Dialogue with Dukes. I'm your host, Bill Berger. And once again, we are coming from the Patricia Lindley studio, located in the Lindley Center for the Performing Arts. Today's show is being brought to you by All Ohio Trains and Toy Company. And today we are emphasizing bowling, both girls bowling and boys bowling. And we have with us today, we have Hadoba,
Yep.
who is a senior here at Wellington High School. And we have Landon Mellick, who is a sophomore here. So welcome to both of you. We're going to be talking about the boys team and the girls team today. So my first question, though, more of a general type situation. Hope, we'll start with you since we have girls first. Why? Why bowling? It's not necessarily a spectator sport. You don't have huge crowds cheering for you, at the bowling alley. So why did you decide to go into bowling?
Well, I was at the bowling alley with my mom and my brother, and the coach came up to me and he introduced bowling to me. He told me that was a fun thing where I could just have fun with the teammates and everything. And so I joined.
You joined
Yeah.
on that. And how about you, Landon?
So I've been doing it for a pretty long time, and freshman year, I decided to join. I've had fun with it my entire life, so why not do it? Why not play the sport?
Now you've been in, you are in other activities as Hope is.
Yeah.
Hope, you're in band, and you're in band and other activities, correct?
Yes, that's true.
What other activities are you involved in?
I do bowling, I do marching band, I play football, and I run track.
Okay. You already talked a little bit, Hope, about why you got it. So the interest factor where the coach came up to you and talked, is that what the interest was, or is there just watching bowling and you decide, hey, this is kind of cool?
Well, I do have some experience with bowling. I have bowled in the past. I just always had an interest in it. It was, it runs in the family.
Mm-hmm. Oh, does it really?
Yeah.
Who else bowls?
My mom, my dad, I think my grandparents bowled too. So.
Do they all bowl at strikeout lanes, or is it's just are they in a league or?
They used to be in the league, yeah.
Yeah. And Landon, what got you interested in bowling? Why bowling?
So me and my dad, I guess our whole family also bowled at least one time in their life. Me and my dad are also pretty competitive with each other, so.
Are you really?
Yeah, I guess that's where it started.
Who wins?
I guess it's 50-50 sometimes. My dad will beat me. I beat him sometimes.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's all fun and games, though.
Well, for now, competition. You're obviously in competition with Wellington High School.
Yeah.
But specifically, Hope, do you bowl more for fun? Do you more bowl for the competition aspect of it? Or is there something else involved?
I do a little bit of both for fun and competitions. I'm a pretty competitive person too, so.
Are you competitive?
Yeah.
And is there anything else that you're competitive in? Like you said, you're in band, but is there anything in with scholastically or something like that?
Sometimes I do at home kind of sports.
Okay.
So I just play badminton in a while. I play tennis.
Oh, okay.
I play pool. All those things.
Okay. And Landon, is it more competitive aspect or fun aspect, or I want to beat my dad?
I guess it's the fact of being able to get better and then being able to play against people and the gamble of winning or not. Mm-hmm. And I guess there is a gamble of if you do good or not. Some days you do good, some days you do bad. I guess at the end it's just I'm there to have fun, compete, and hopefully win.
Yeah, exactly. Well, after the commercial, we're going to be talking more about the Wellington High School bowling team and how well they've done this year. But let's talk about personal goals. What personal goals, since this is your first year, what personal goals did you set for yourself?
Well, I obviously wanted to get better at bowling. And I just, wanted to have fun.
Okay. And personal goals for you?
Just getting better every year.
Getting better?
Yep.
Okay. Now, we've talked about personal goals. Now, what about goals for the team this year? For the girls' team, what were your aspirations for the girls' team this year?
Well, we all wanted to go to state and all that. Everyone tries to do their best and all that. So.
And the boys, what were the goals for the boys this year?
I mean, obviously we're trying to get farther than what we did, but I think we did our best. We definitely did better than we have in years before. So I am pretty happy about that. Yeah,
exactly.
And I do think that next year is going to be better.
Good. Well, I hope so, especially you've got 2 more years to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, exactly. So that'll be great. Unfortunately, you're going to be graduating, so we won't see you back next year. Well, when we come back after this commercial break, we'll talk about specifically how the bowling team has done this year. This is Dialogue with the Dukes.
Hello. Do you need some more toys and trains in your life? Maybe it's collectible to put on the shelves, or as a present for your child, or maybe you're looking for a bike or some tools.
A old-fashioned hobby store, basically, with trains, slot cars of all sizes, HO, 1/32 scale, all scales of trains, and so we have both new and used equipment, and it's all been checked and tested before anybody buys anything. So, we want our customers to be happy. We have brand new train sets, so and a lot of new product in here, both, like I said, new and used. And basically try to cater to our customers. We buy, sell, and trade also, so if you've got them old toys you're finding in your attic and you don't know what to do with, give us a call, and we'd be glad to set up an appointment.
We are back. We hope that if you're interested in new toys, specifically trains, or nostalgic toys, we hope that you visit the All Ohio Train and Toy Company located at 109 East Herrick in downtown Wellington. We've been talking about with Hope Hodak and with Landon Mellick about the girls and the boys bowling team this year. And now we're going to go specifically into what happened over the year. So let's talk about the team so far this year during the LCA competition. How did you feel the girls team did during the competition before the sectional tournament?
I think they did really well with their performance and everything. They kept their focus on, doing the best. So.
Who do you think your main competition was in the LC8?
Probably Elyria Catholic.
Oh, yeah, okay. And the boys team, how do you think they did in the regular season?
I think we did all right. We did the best that we could. Obviously, I would have loved to go farther, but we did what we could.
Okay. Who do you think your main competition was?
I don't know. Maybe Elyria Catholic also. They are pretty tough.
Well, going into the LC8 sectionals, the Duke boys and girls team did put together a strong performance. The boys finished in second place. Kane Davidson, to my immediate left, Kane Davidson was the third overall in the league, and Landon Mellick, to my immediate left, was sixth overall in the league, and Landon Davidson was 11th. And for the girls, the 2023 state qualifier, Whitney Kirshner led the way for the Lady Dukes. Whitney finished first overall with a 6-11 series with 3 games, and her score was 59 points better, or pins better, than second best bowler. So let's talk about the team itself. Landon, if you could go over the coaches on the team and all the people on the team itself.
Yep. So our head coach is Tim Rolfe. We have one assistant coach. We call him Coach Tom. And for our players, we have Whitney Kirshner. She's a senior. We have Landon Davison, which is a senior. We have Reese Harrell, also a senior. Kitty Hill, a junior. Brandon Perez, a junior. You got me, Landon Mellick, a sophomore. Bruce Dudziak, a sophomore. Brooklyn Regal, a sophomore. Aaron Mahosik,
Okay.
a
I think she's a sophomore.
no, Aaron Mahosik. I don't know why I can't remember it in my head.
Oh, let's see here.
Oh, a freshman. I'm
Freshman,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I couldn't remember. Trey Sabin, a freshman. Kane Davison, a sophomore, and Hope Hadoba, a senior.
Well, Hope, as we said, the girls' team did very well. They put in a strong performance. Whitney Kirscher leading the way, and the team finished third overall in the sectionals. How do you feel that the team did? How do you feel that you did?
Okay, the team did. Well, the team did far more than my expectations.
Uh-huh.
I didn't really think we were gonna go to regionals and all that, but they did well, so that was good. For me, I did a little bit less than what I expected I was gonna do.
That's not good, isn't it?
No, so I was just for regionals. I'm just gonna push through and just do what I can do.
How has this is just we didn't talk about this, but how has Coach Rolfe helped you, and how did he encourage you during the sectionals? You said you didn't do quite as well as you'd hoped you'd do. Did he offer encouragement and things like that? Did he offer you some explanations on how you could do better?
Yeah, he did. He kept, telling me how I could do better, like the next frame and all that. And he just he just told me where to go and all that.
Yeah. And the boys' team, how do you feel you did? How do you feel they did? How do you feel you did?
So, the boys' team, I think we definitely did all right. We definitely did better than we have before. I'm really happy with how things turned out. Like my coach said, he was definitely happy with this year than others. And for myself, I'd say that I definitely have gotten better, but there's still more room to grow, and I think I did all right this year.
Giving a shout out to Coach Tom. How has he helped you, and how did he help you, especially during the sectionals? Going, shall we say, frame by frame. How did he help you specifically? Either you do good, do bad. Did he offer encouragement, emphasizing things like that?
Of course, as a coach, he helped us when we were struggling. He told us, he encouraged us a lot. And for the help aspect, he does always help me where, after a frame, if I do bad, or after a little while, he'll tell me where to put my feet, where to go, where to aim. And
does he emphasize, do you throw a straight ball or a curveball?
I throw a curveball.
Curveball. Now, does he emphasize where you stand,
Yes.
where the arrows and things like that? And does he help you, especially, because each lane is oiled differently, I'm quite sure.
Yes.
So each lane has got to be different because you bowl on two lanes. So can he, by standing back, does he help you with which arrow to aim for and so on?
Yeah. After a little while, he will see us struggling and he will help us out.
Do you see from the oiled lanes, can you tell yourself the difference between the two lanes?
After years of experience, yes, you do learn to move on your own. Mm-hmm. It's more of you just know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, the bowling team did advance into districts. They competed in the OHSA sectional tournament, and then from there they went on to regionals. The girls' team was able to advance to districts as a team. Unfortunately, the boys didn't quite make that. Just Landon Davidson went to districts as an individual. So as a team, advancing to regionals, how did you feel about that, and how did you prepare for going into regionals? Now, the regionals were this past weekend, is that correct? How did you, going into the regionals, Hope, how did you prepare for the regionals?
I went to the bowling lanes more and just practiced and had some advice from my parents. Yeah, people just have been like helping me.
Do you bowl, when you bowl, do you bowl a straight or a curve ball?
A straight.
Straight ball, yeah. Again, same thing with arrows. So now, Coach Rolf, does he stand back and say, no, look at this second arrow or the third arrow or something like that? And do you try to go using that straight ball, roll over that arrow itself? Now, exactly. So now, going into the regional tournament, were you nervous?
I actually wasn't. I was like prepared and I was excited just to be there.
How do the girls help each other when you're on the lanes? Especially not only prior to, but during the tournament itself.
We cheered for like each one that like bowled and just encouraged each other.
Landon, unfortunately, you didn't make it into the regionals, but Landon Davidson, he came through as an individual himself. But going into the regionals, I'll ask the same question: were you nervous going in, or did you feel like you were very confident?
Well, I guess I wasn't really nervous. It's just we're there to have fun, play, and we just let it go how it goes.
How do the boys help you? During each time you get up there to bowl.
Yeah.
And how do you help the others when they're up there to bowl?
So every single time we do go up to bowl, it's more of a, I feel as if it's more of a respect thing. We don't really say much to each other, but if we do good, we'll give the occasional fist bump or high five. But we don't really say much. We say good job or it's the occasional compliment.
Right, exactly.
We just mess around.
Well, Hope, as a final question, we know that Whitney Kirshner is the, shall we say, the star of not only the girls team, but of the entire Wellington High School bowling team. As I said, she did very well in sectionals. And she came out with a 201 or 202 average, something like that, for the 3 games that she rolled. She made state last year, and we're very hopeful that she'll make state this year. She came out, I believe, as the most valuable player bowler for last year, I know, and for this year. So talk about Whitney and how she, shall we say, intertwines with the girls team, and does she help you yourself with the bowling, because she's so good?
Whitney is like just an overall like really, really like star player. She helps the others a little bit. She sometimes like keeps to herself, and she like talks a lot with Brooklyn. I don't know what else to say.
So, but she is actually, but she. Would you consider her a team leader? Would you consider her someone that you look up to, or just as a comrade in arms, so to speak?
Yeah, I kind of like look up to her and just
And what about you? Do you watching her bowl? Do you see things from her, especially since you both? I'm sure she throws a curveball. Do you see things from her that you can pick up yourself as far as pointers?
Yeah, I really do. She is definitely one of the best bowlers that I've seen, like, ever. She's really good. Some points that I see I could really pick up on is she's really consistent with what she does.
Is that right?
Yeah, she's calm. She just knows what she's doing all the time. It's crazy.
Does she need much coaching from Coach Rolf?
I believe there's
she's just that good.
She's good.
Yeah.
There's some points, of course, where we all mess up sometimes, and the coach just has to do what he does.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, we'd like to thank both Hope Unfortunately, you're not coming back. You're going to graduate this year. And Landon, very much for coming in and talking to us about the bowling team and how well it's done this year. I would say they've done very well this year, and especially with Landon coming back, you've got 2 more years.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll continue to improve, and the bowling team as a whole will continue to improve. And so with that, we will be back again very soon with another episode of Dialogue with the Dukes.